welcome to a long-term wrap-up video of the Renault Captur, possibly my favorite launch of 2023. The car arrived in South Africa a bit later than scheduled. It was unavoidable, supply chain issues, transportation, everything like that. But as it stands, this is a pretty good introduction to the second generation Captur. The car is 100 mils longer than the previous generation car. It's based on the current Renault Clio, which is also one of our favorite vehicles. I think it looks spectacular. I love the color scheme. This is the Intens model, so it comes in Zen and Intense. Intense, you can get a dual tone paint finish, so you get a black roofline and a bit of extra cladding. Looks a bit rugged. It's got 174 mils worth of ground clearance. We've spent 3 months with the vehicle. Let's take a closer look. So as mentioned, the Captur is still based on the Renault Clio, and as we saw in the Clio, Renault's made a concerted effort to focus on materials, quality of materials, build quality and design. So it's a really nice place to be, the interior of the Renault Captur. I love the fact that they included a leather-bound steering wheel as a standard fitment. As the first point of touch to the car, it really is impressive. It adds to the level of sophistication. In the Captur Intens model, you get this floating transmission console, which I think is pretty cool. So you get your smartphone down here, you leave it down there in the storage dock. You get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on this lovely 9.3-inch display screen, and obviously your transmission tunnel is over there. It's very neat and tidy. The Zen model, interestingly enough, gets a slightly smaller screen and doesn't have this floating arrangement. It's a simpler, more traditional arrangement. But yeah, what's not to like? I really enjoy it. So this is obviously a significant segment in South Africa, and the Renault Captur competes against the likes of the Volkswagen T-Cross and to a certain extent the Toyota Corolla Cross. That means it needs to be comfortable, spacious, and aimed at young families as well as singles who like to be urban bound. So to that extent, the new Captur's got a lovely deep boot. Renault claims 400 litres worth of packing space, which is useful. What's great is that it has a false floor over here, and also the second row of seating can slide forward in a 60-40 split, which adds luggage space if you need it. Otherwise you put it right back for more rear passenger legroom. Really good. So we really like the styling, we really like the interior ergonomics and build quality. But actually one of the nicest features of the Renault Captur is its engine. So this is a 1.3 litre 4-cylinder motor. It's actually shared with the current Mercedes-Benz A-Class through a trade exchange that these two brands did. It's just lovely. It's got enough torque to keep up with traffic. It's efficient. We averaged 7.1 litres per 100 kilometers over 3 months, which is really impressive. And that wasn't even trying very hard. It's also mated to a EDC transmission, which is a double clutch transmission. It's probably one of the best in the business. Renault's come a long way in terms of that technology. So double clutch means that it has 2 clutches, so 1 and 2. As soon as it's disconnected the first one, it goes to 2, the next one goes to 3, goes to 4. So it's a seamless transmission. It's really impressive. So yeah, that's another tick for the Renault. Yeah, so far a lot of ticks for this Captur. So always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Since the introduction of the first generation Captur in 2015, it's been a runner-up, or indeed second place, in our annual top 12 Best Buys issue. Not this year though. We're so impressed with the Renault Captur, even though the updated model is coming next year, that it is now our current top 12 Best Buys in this category, which is a lofty title to wear, but we're confident in the product. Renault currently has R1 million worth of parts sitting in a warehouse in Gauteng, ready to ship anywhere around the country should you need replacement parts prices. So there's been a big focus on customers, relationships, after sales, service. Really good product. We're really happy with it. Well done, Renault.